I want to tell you something right now. I did not touch my phone. I didn't hit a button. I'm just talking to you through a microphone, not connected to my phone. And my phone heard what I was saying and picked it up and started transmitting information. That is wild. That is scary, and that shouldn't happen. Wow. So the downfall of AI seems to be happening a lot quicker than I ever thought it would be. I always knew that, the popularity of AI would sort of fade out after a while, but holy crap. When I talk about the bubble bursting, I'm talking about the bubble exploding into a billion different pieces when it comes to ChatGPT. And I got a couple stories I want to share with you today. But I do want to let you know there is a couple different mindsets when it comes to AI. The first mindset is I don't care about it. I don't know about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it. That's the wrong mindset. This is going to affect everybody, and that's why you should listen to this video. Number two, you have the type of person that absolutely loves AI. They make money off of AI. They make the videos on AI. You see a lot of it's called AI slop on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts, right? And some people like it. I used to think they were pretty funny back in the day, like for the first 2 weeks. And I was like, all right, I'm over this. Like, I don't want to see this anymore. And I just scroll right past the stuff. But a lot of people use it as a search engine. The ChatGPTs, the Google Geminis. They don't want to deal with Google search anymore because they don't feel that it's trustworthy. A lot of the stuff that you see pop up first on Google search are sponsored ads, basically, not actually the best search that they can give you. So a lot of people are steering clear of Google, and the Google search engine is down like drastically because of these search engines like ChatGPT and even Google Gemini. And then you have the third mindset where people absolutely hate AI. They don't want anything to do with it. Like they stay far away from it. They feel that it's taking jobs away from people, which it is. A lot of these companies are investing millions and billions to bring in AI so they can do the work of real people. And then you have, again, the AI slop videos and the fakeness on these social media platforms that people hate, and they don't trust it. They think it's going to take over the world. They want it to burn. And the other reason for this is because it's raising the price of a lot of different things. And a lot of people don't even realize that. The people that don't care about AI, have you looked at your electric bill lately? Have you tried to buy a computer lately? We talked about this in a previous video. RAM is crazy expensive. Your electricity bill in a lot of different places are doubling. Mine doubled. And a reason for that is because of these data centers that run and operate ChatGPT and other AIs like it. Now, some that are watching this video, they'll say, I'm not paying the electricity bill for the AI centers. Well, you might not be paying that directly, but you are paying for infrastructure upgrades to power these AI data centers. I know my electricity bill went up 100% within 1 year. And they are stating that it's going to raise another 25% every single year for at least the next 6 years, which is insane. And then have you tried to buy a computer lately? I did a video on this. Have you tried buying a computer lately? RAM, all of those components, the computing power that you need in your computer to go to school, college, work, or just playing games on your internet. That's all now being given over to the AI data centers. They're paying top prices, whether it's RAM, whether it is your graphics card. So supply and demand is hitting us. And I always sort of laugh like, well, if I can't afford a computer because AI data centers are sucking up all the computing parts, what's the point of AI? Like, who's going to be able to afford to use it? That's a whole different story. But I do want to get into what's going on with ChatGPT, one of the leaders in this space. And the reason why they're the leader in this space is because they have had a few years to expand. They had some time to get ahead of Google and Gemini. But now Gemini and the other AI competitors like Gronk, they're catching up quickly. And ChatGPT has some issues. So this story here is from Windows Central. And I'm not going to just read somebody's article and not give them the credit. Kevin, thank you. It says OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, might torch $14 billion in 2026, hitting bankruptcy by next year. Burning through wads of cash, can it keep the operations afloat? Now, that's not only the main issue here. We'll talk about that here in a second. But it does state that they are losing money when it comes to OpenAI. It's not making money. Now, I do have a paid version of OpenAI because, again, I don't like Google searches, but they're not bringing in enough cash to keep it afloat. Now, some of you might be asking, well, if ChatGPT is losing money, so is Google and Meta and all these other companies. So if Chat's in trouble, so are these companies. No, not really. The difference between these brands is Meta and Google has much money. Much money. So if they take a hit, they can sustain that. They can plug up the hole on the side of the ship, bail out some water.
Like you're describing a situation where a large company or wealthy individual can absorb.
What just happened there, by the way, we're going to talk about. That is creepy. Let me get this out real quick. Google and Meta, they can afford the hit. ChatGPT, OpenAI, it's all investors putting money into that system. I want to tell you something right now. I did not touch my phone. I didn't hit a button. I'm just talking to you through a microphone, not connected to my phone. And my phone heard what I was saying and picked it up and started transmitting information. That is wild. That is scary, and that shouldn't happen. So it's listening to me. The bots are not happy. But okay, you sit there and you say to yourself, okay, they're losing money. Well, if people start paying the $20 a month or whatever it is I pay, well, they'll be fine. No, not really, because a lot of people don't want to pay it. A lot of people aren't making money off it. They're not going to pay $20 a month when they have Google for free. Even though the search engine on Google is not that great, they still get to use it for free. I mean, you got to pay for your internet, but you know what I'm talking about. So now on top of that, we have a bigger issue that a lot of people really aren't talking about. It's one thing that you're losing money, but if you want to expand, if you want to be a big dog or stay a big dog in any type of environment, you have to spend money, and a lot of money, to stay ahead of your competition. You have to develop. And this is where it's going to cost ChatGPT. So here's the big issue for ChatGPT and OpenAI. According to industry estimates cited last year, OpenAI was already on track to burn roughly $8 billion in 2025, with losses projected to balloon towards $40 billion by 2028. On top of that, to expand, to get larger, to keep these systems operating, you have to spend a lot of money. And it says CEO Sam Altman has openly discussed trillion-dollar data ambitions, which is a capital burden that would dwarf the most successful tech companies. So now, on top of the $8 billion, the $14 billion, the $40 billion losses, now you're looking at trillions of dollars. That, by the way, will be a burden on the back of people like you and myself for these data centers with the higher electricity bills and such. Where is the money coming from? I hope it's not the government. I hope it's not my tax money. I don't care what side of the aisle you fall on, but I hope it's not my money that should be going to my local communities and not these data centers. And listen, I am no Elon Musk. I am no Sam Altman. But the math isn't mathing. It doesn't make sense to be able to lose that amount of money and at the same time look ahead and say, I need trillions and trillions of dollars more for these data centers to expand this product, to make this product better. Because I got to be honest with you, ChatGPT is pretty cool. It's not great. Have it write out a guitar tab. Have it give you a correct answer. Like 1 of every 8 is wrong. That's not a good stat. And to be quite honest with you, as much as I enjoy using it, there's a lot more people out there that absolutely want this to fail. They see the higher prices in their electricity bills, and in return, that trickles down to your gas stations, that trickles down to your grocery stores. It's power, it's energy, right? For these chat GPTs and these data centers, these OpenAI centers. When people start feeling the crunch, especially for something they don't even use or care about, well, now people get angry, and that's exactly what is starting to happen. You're starting to see a lot of people bring this up during voting, stating that they don't want new data centers put in their communities, and I can't blame them for that. Here's an article right here. We were talking about this. You're a gamer, you want a PC for work. All data centers are making RAM crushingly expensive, which is going to skyrocket the cost of laptops, tablets, and gaming PCs. Every PC that uses RAM and graphics cards are going to get much more expensive. I did a video on this. I'll put it at the end of this video. You can check it out. So where am I with all this? Well, I'm sort of at a crossroads. I'm sort of split in between the I don't give a shit about AI and I think AI is kind of cool. Like if AI went away tomorrow, Would I be sad? No, I don't think I would be, because I see AI as a real issue when it comes to the workforce and people losing their jobs. But at the same time, I like invention. I like that my life is a little bit easier with AI. I like that I don't have to go to Google and type something in, and then the first 5 results are sponsored ads or suggested content. Just because this pizza place paid a little bit more in ad revenue, I'm getting served that pizza place instead of the pizza place that's actually better making pizzas. But if it went away tomorrow, so be it. But if it wants to thrive, great. I'm all about that, but don't charge us, the everyday working person, for higher electric or higher computer components. I don't think that is right. I know supply and demand and all that stuff, but that really burns me. A lot of people cannot afford these data centers in their communities. As cool as they are, they say they're going to bring jobs. They say that it's going to, bring the growth back to the community, and that's not the case. It sucks the life out of a lot of these communities, and people that are working paycheck to paycheck are absorbing these prices for these data centers, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So as far as it goes with ChatGPT, I think they got real issues. Will Google Gemini come out on top? Probably. Will Gronk, Meta, their AI systems be number one here shortly? Probably, because they have the backing. They have the cash flow. They have it in the bank, where ChatGPT relies on investors and hopefully some ads that they're going to be putting on the free version of their platform. I just don't see a way out for them. It's a shame, because it's a pretty good app. But I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel truthfully about AI? Do you want to see it fail? Do you want to see it prosper? Or do you just not care? Which mindset are you in? Check out this video. We'll be back with more videos soon.